Friends, thank you for watching my channel. I just want to remind you, if you need wallpaper, go to www.wallpaperboulevard.com. Tell them Spencer sent you. In fact, if you use my hashtag, Spencer Colgan is wallpaper, they'll be sure to give you a 10% off at your checkout. No matter how much you order, they have a wide selection of wallpaper. Check it out. Tell them I said hello. Trimming wallpaper around this annoying little bit of a piece. So there's two ways to do it. One is to not put this piece into the corner and just simply put it up against this trim like this, with this not pressed down into the wall, which means you can use the trim as a guide, sort of something like this. But it's flimsy, it's gonna move, you're gonna wind up cutting too much off. So what I like to do is paste the wallpaper into the space first, get it stuck there. I'm leaving it for at least 20 minutes. I want it stuck there. And then I take one of my tools, making sure that I have the corner firmly embedded with wallpaper. If I have to, I move the paper back. And then when I'm sure that that corner has wallpaper in it, I can now trim this wallpaper. Let me show you. So I make sure that I have my knife in there. And I just use the trim. I'm not cutting the trim. I'm just using it as a fence against which I can pull my knife. Okay. Now, the beauty of this is this. Let me just get rid of this excess. The beauty is this. You know from what you just saw that my wallpaper goes into this corner perfectly. But what about in here? With a particular designer in mind, a designer for whom I do not care professionally, who gave me a hard time for doing this, I'm going to ask you, do you care if this wallpaper is on this part of the trim in here? In other words, the counterpart to this? Do you care? Well, I can tell you this as a professional installer. I am okay with leaving the wallpaper on this trim. Okay? No one's ever going to see it. It's the best I can do. Right now, there are two tools. They're metal tools, and together you can put them together and they push the wallpaper into the corner and into here. But I risk scratching this painted surface, and I don't want to do that. This designer gave me a hard time. She says, "You left the wallpaper on the trim." I said, "How do you know that?" I knew how she knew it. I was asking it rhetorically. She goes, "I can feel it." I said, "But you can't see it." I know you can feel it, so can I. But I can't see it, can you? She said, "No, but I know it's there." I said, "You're going to have to live with it, and I'm going to have to ask you to accept that." And so there you have it. That's how you trim. That's one way. You can come up with another way, but that's how I do it. I mean, certainly you could go and measure this area and cut it on your table, but this is the way to do it quickly.